Hello everyone, welcome back to Howling Hoosier Outdoors, and today we're going to be continuing on with the discussion that we had in the previous video about the tiered survival system and tiered survival kits. So today we're going to be going over my tier 2 and 3 kit, which is all one bag. Due to where I work, it's going to take me about 3 days in order to get home. So it's the idea of having a get home bag on top of a 72-hour survival bag. It doesn't really apply to me. Like I said, you gotta build your kits and tier your stuff and layer your stuff the way that it is relevant to you. But some individuals, when they're working on their get-home kits, they are extremely lightweight. They are sub 5 pounds. It's typically their EDC plus a couple water bottles and a shelter. And if they're living less than 10 miles away from their work, or even 20 miles away from work, they can possibly make that in a single day without much issue. Unfortunately for me, that's not the case. And so here's my get home bag / 72-hour kit. So let's get right into this. Alright guys, so we're just going to start from the outside and work our way inward. This pack is the Sandpiper of California. I believe this is the 3-day assault pack model. Full disclaimer, I am not a tactical dude in any way, shape, or form. I do not have that level of training. But I also really don't submit to the gray man philosophy when it comes to like your gear and whatnot, because these types of backpacks with tactical and mole webbing and stuff like that are so common in America that it's not out of place anymore. So right now, my idea is to focus more on functionality, and everything else will fall into place. So starting from the outside, working in, on this side we have the SE6 survival knife that I have on the outside, so that way I can quickly access and throw onto my belt should I need it. And if I'm in an area where this is not an acceptable thing, so if I'm in a city or an urban environment, I can just as easily slip this into my backpack. But this is the SE6 with a custom patina on it, as well as a bow drill divot should I need it. And then strapped to the outside, I have a thing of Ranger beads that I homemade. These are good for pace counting, measuring distance and whatnot, so when I'm hoofing it along multiple highways, I know when my next exit is. Other than the big giant signs. In my little hip pouches here, I've got the things that I'm going to need to readily access. And so there's my backup Swiss Army knife. Again, this stuff is layered, so if in the event, I'm going to have this on top of my EDC. And then thing of 36 bank line, just a small little hank, good for handy dandy stuff as well as emergencies if you need medical or to patch stuff up. Bic lighter in case my Zippo, Lord behold, Lord please no, if in the event my Zippo fails me, I do have a Bic lighter, and this is wrapped up in 36 bank line as well as duct tape, and it works. And then I also have a flashlight. Alright, next, sorry guys, I gotta unbuckle this thing. I got it strapped down really good. Alright, so next we're gonna move into the computer compartment of this, where I've seen people get really elaborate with this, and I know that they make tactical backpack armored plates, rated all the way up to level 3A. I don't particularly plan on getting shot at, or putting myself into a situation where I might be shot at. So I use this for my food storage. So in here I have 2 packs of ReadyWise granola as well as a cereal. And these are just good, they're quick, they're ready. If I want to eat them hot, I can. Or if I just want to munch on it as I'm hiking, I can do that just as easily. I also have in here the top for my cook stove, as well as a folding titanium stove, should I need to do a low profile but efficient fire in order to cook my food or stay warm or whatnot. So, moving on into the big, actually we'll go from the top down, it just makes more sense that way. In here I've got additional meal. This is somewhere around 1,500 calories worth of food. A lot of granola, a lot of high density stuff, as well as electrolyte mixes, as well as caffeine tablets, because sometimes you just need it. And for me, 3 days without caffeine, I get a really nasty headache, and it is not pleasant. And then something that I see a lot of people overlook, insect repellent. Mosquito bites will take you down really, really fast. Same with ticks. think that was it in this one. Make sure. Yeah, that was it in that one. Everything else is in the other 2 pouches. And here we have my hygiene and first aid kit. So everything from Band-Aids and moleskin, allergy medicine, painkillers, as well as a hygiene kit so I can brush my teeth, dental floss, wipes for baby bath or baby wipe showers. They work, and hygiene, you know, it helps prevent you from chafing. When if you get chafed or if you get blisters that go untreated, you're not going to be making it 72 hours of walking. Next, another hank of 36 bank line. Some heavy-duty gloves. I like the Duluth fingerless gloves. I've carried these through 3 different survival schools at this point, and I like having them fingerless because that allows me a level of dexterity that I just can't get with other heavy-duty work gloves. So if I need to do fine carving or any fine detailed work, these are the best that I've ever encountered. Oh, but wait, what if it's winter? Well, if it's winter, this is not the kit that I'm using. This is a good 3-season kit. But what if it's cold at night? Well, I have Army surplus wool gloves, and these can slide onto my hand, and then I can slide these over, so I still have better dexterity and my hands will be warm. As well as an extra pair of wool socks. These are darn tough. Sorry, these are Smart Wool socks, but these are their trekking series, as well as a Army surplus wool cap. A nice blaze orange pocket notebook with 2 all-weather pens, as well as an emergency fire starter. So that way I don't have to worry about collecting a bunch of tinder should I need it to cook my food. Additionally, in this pouch, I've got 4 other methods of fire starting. This is a pack of all-weather matches, as well as a backup ferro rod, blaze orange, so I won't lose it. It's happened. As well as 2 additional Bic lighters, also wrapped in additional duct tape. And then here I have quick-acting water purification tablets. There's enough here for, I think, 4 gallons of water. Moving on to our main compartment. We have a change of clothing. So these are lightweight. That's my belt. These are lightweight Columbia pants. They also zip off, so they're a pair of shorts as well. I'm going to start stacking stuff on the floor here for y'all. And then I also have a dry, lightweight wicking shirt, so this will wick moisture away from my body while I'm out hiking. Also have 2 big pieces of fat wood. Again, good for fire starting. As well as a Fresnel lens for a solar fire. On top of that, I have my Shemagh. This is a pillow. This is a pre-filter for my water. This is a bandage. This is a makeshift tourniquet. This is a makeshift sling. This is a head wrap. This is whatever I need it to be. One of the most versatile tools that I've ever had in any of my kits is a Shemagh. I won't go anywhere without it. Next, I've got, this is my poncho, but I also have it set up as a tarp shelter should I require it to. I've got 6, 7, 8 aluminum tent stakes, as well as 30 feet of 550 cord with a pre-made bowline knot, as well as some pressic loops in it. So I can have this set up similar to the ESK that I did in a previous video, where I can set this up into a tarp shelter in under 2 minutes. And then I have my primary tarp shelter wrapped up at the very bottom with a similar configuration. Y'all can see all the loops hanging off of that. Then we have my tank of water. This is a 32-ounce Pathfinder. You can see it has been well loved. I'm sorry, this is more than 32 ounces, 64 ounces. You can see it's been well loved, as well as the stove to go with it. And then on top of that, I have a wool blanket. Just a wool blanket. It's nothing fancy, but this is my bedding if I need it to be. This is also what keeps me warm if I need it to be. It's whatever I need it to be. So this entire kit altogether weighs 20 pounds. And this kit, whether I have to stay in town overnight because I stayed late at work, whether I have to ride out a nasty storm in my car, whether or not I gotta sleep overnight in a parking lot, this kit allows for it. And God forbid, if in the event something has happened where I have to leave my vehicle and then walk all the way home, this has enough stuff in it in order to get me comfortably through 72 hours in additional time based on my skill set that I'm pretty comfortable with. I could last up to a week with the stuff in this kit. So just be sure to keep in mind while you guys are developing your emergency kits what your circumstances are, what are the realistic threats that you might be dealing with. For me, it's every winter I typically get stuck in an ice storm or a snowstorm. So that is what I plan for. And it is a 3-day walk for me from here to work. And that's all there is to it. So that's what I plan for. That's what I prepare for. But again, kits like this are not a one-size-fits-all thing. So just make sure that you're doing what you guys need to do for your guys' kits. So hope you all enjoyed the video. If you guys have videos of your kits, I'd love to see them. I'm always looking for new ideas and new thoughts and new perspectives on this topic. So if y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, questionable life choices, or epiphanies, please feel free to throw your links and comments into the links into the comments section. Thank y'all for watching, and stay awesome, folks.